Hello beautiful people, my name is Celia Zengele. If you're coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, welcome. Let's gossip. Before I sleep last night, I came across a story of a girl that was crying on Twitter. Actually, she was crying on Instagram, but somebody had brought that clip to Twitter. I watched this clip. This girl is talking about Donell Mbele, who is abusing her, beating her.
Donell is logging me out of my account. He's logging me out of my account and he's deleting all my posts. He's deleting all my posts because he wants everybody not to see what a bad man he is. Guys, he did this to me. I was so good to him, and he's deleting all my shits. He's deleting all that are exposing him. Donell is logging me out of my account.
I'm not even sure if Donell is Sonia and Leslie Sidibe's son, because he seems to be using the surname of the mother, which is Mbele, and Sonia was married to Sidibe. So if he was his son, I think he would be carrying his father's surname. That's just my thinking. Or maybe he is the son she had before she was married to Leslie Sidibe. I wouldn't know for sure, but he goes by the surname of Mbele according to what we are getting on social media right now. This girl's name is Reogeditswe and her other name is Omphile, and it seems that Omphile was the name that was used by Donell to call her by. Now, this girl tells how much Donell has beaten her up, how many times. When you look at her Insta stories, she mentions that it was on 4 different occasions. So I guess when she was crying, that was the 4th one. And she also has got pictures, which I'm not even sure whether they were new pictures and then maybe there were other pictures. I suspect that some of the pictures that you can see there may have been pictures that she took from the last beatings. Then she even gives a short history as to that being the 4th time and her reasons why she did not press charges in the previous times. And then she does talk about having thought about the status of Donell's mother. Now let us talk about Donell's mother. Donell's mother is Sonia Mbele. Sonia Mbele is a big name in this country. Sonia Mbele is one of our favorite actors from way back, and her outstanding acting role from way back was Ntombi from Generations. And then from then onwards, she continued to make a brand name for herself because she got into business. And besides businesses, she's also a producer. I think she's also in directing, if I'm not mistaken. And also, she is one of the people, she is actually the person that brought the franchise of Housewives. The Housewives franchise was brought to this country by her. So she is that big name that has made herself, and at one stage she was married to Leslie Sidibe. And I would like to believe that Donell is their son. Donell is Sonia Mbele and Leslie Sidibe's son. But Leslie's Dibe is not featuring anywhere when people are fighting for justice for this girl. Sonia's name is even trending on Twitter because of what this boy has done to the girl. And this reminds you of what the Bible says, that if a child does something, actually it affects the mother more, because the mother now gets being shamed for what their child is doing. But society is like that, shame. Society is like that. Women can't put their foot right. Everything that goes wrong in the women's lives, it gets blown out of proportion. Everything that is done by their children is also blown out of its proportion. No one is saying anything about Leslie's Dibe. Whereas Leslie's Dibe, it's also a big name. It's a businessman, a well-known businessman. He's a brand on his own. But no one will touch that brand because now he is a man. Even though people should be questioning as to why is this boy behaving like this? Where is the father? What kind of a role is the father playing in this child's life? Can this be a form of something that he has seen before from the father's side? No one would be asking such questions. They wouldn't even be asking is this maybe a form of attention seeking from the father's side? Maybe he's not getting enough attention from the father. No one is not willing to discuss that. They're gonna discuss Sonia Mbele as the mother of the disgraceful son that has done a disgraceful act by beating up a girl. Am I supporting this boy in what he did? Definitely, absolutely not. This boy really does deserve to get repercussions for what he has done, and I really do believe that this girl will go through with opening a case, as she's claiming, and she claims to have started opening a case already. So I just hope that she carries on with it, and she doesn't let anybody convince her otherwise, because she also talks about the manipulation from this boy. And if I looked at one of the screenshots that she has posted on her stories, I really do believe that, yeah, it's a he is a classic manipulator, a classic abusive manipulator, because when you look at that screenshot, it looks like he's the one that breaks up with Omphile, and he claims that, no, Omphile, I cannot carry on with you, or being. Let me read it as it is. What does it say? Oh, it says, no, Omphile, but I can't allow myself to be with you after what I did. So I suspect this could be one of the screenshots from their previous beatings, previous fights they had, or previous abusive episodes they had in the past. And now Donell was the one that was now taking a step away from Omphile by saying things like, no, Omphile, but I can't allow myself to be with you after what I did. And then Omphile asked why, and he says, I almost fucking killed you, and I almost raped you. That isn't a man you deserve to be with. Love isn't supposed to be toxic, especially to the point where I almost killed you. Now, if you listen to that carefully, for somebody, for a person that doesn't know how this manipulation works, they may think like, this girl, Why is she still asking why? Why don't you want to be with me? No, this is a mind game. The abuser tends to do this when they see that they have messed up by admitting their guilt. Remember, from when we are young, we are taught that if you have wronged somebody, admit to it and apologize. And we are also taught that if somebody apologizes to you and they admit their faults, there's no reason for you to be mad anymore. Forgive them. So that comes into play a lot in relationships. Many abusive partners, they would, particularly to you, because you know what happened, before they pin it on you, or after they have pinned it on you, they would play like, no, I'm a monster. I shouldn't be in your company. I shouldn't be there. Look at what I've done. I almost killed you. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry is not gonna not be part of the discussion, eh? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't deserve you. They now talk bad, talk down on themselves, so that now you end up feeling sorry towards them. At that time, that's when they now put their last screw tighter, because now you end up with a forgiving heart, and you love the fact that they see what they've done, they admit what they have done, and you now live in the hope of, now that they have seen what they've done, they will never do it again. And that's where you are wrong, baby. That's where many women who are at the graves right now thought that's what happened in many relationships that ended up with femicide, is because it started with those men working and playing games on their minds, such that they end up thinking that, no, you know what, he deserves a second chance. He will change because he knows what he's doing wrong, so he will do better. He will do better. You end up being the one that is now running after him and saying, it's okay, let me give you a chance. I love the fact that you have seen when you got wrong. I have loved the fact that you are admitting your faults. And the person has told you that, you know what, I don't deserve you. You do not deserve that kind of love. Yes, they said it in a way that made you feel like you owe them something. You owe them an apology. But actually, that was a fact. Although they used that fact to drag you into their relationship back, and be careful, women, because that's how it's done by so many abusers. It's part of the manipulation game. Now she has posted also the pictures of the bruises, and if you listen to this, she says the reason why she was beaten like this is because she had discovered that he was cheating. And there are men that will beat you for finding them cheating. So Donell is one of them. There are so many men that would beat you to a pulp just because you found them cheating. Hey guys, it's so bad. And they are such a cute couple, Shem. They are a cute couple. They are beautiful. But as Donell admits, this is toxic. I really do believe that they don't carry on with that toxic relationship. I really do hope that Omphile stick to her guns and opens the case. And I really do hope that Sonia does not use her status to convince this girl to change her mind about opening a case. And I hope that Sonia Mbele, she doesn't use her status and her name to tarnish this girl's image and to get favors from the law enforcement. I hope she will allow the justice to take its course, and by so doing, she'll be helping her own son, because it could have been worse anytime. if he admits to strangling her and almost killing her himself, if she's gonna play nice, Sonia, and want no, I don't want my child to have a criminal case against him, because that's what many mothers do. I don't want him to have a case against him. He's still young. The future is still bright. Now this one is gonna dent his image. Is gonna end his reputation. Is gonna. Sonia Mbele, I hope you're not gonna meddle, just like Chico does. Chico is meddling so much in Senzo's case and made it even worse, and ended up with a son that is forever on rehab, that is forever on drugs, because that child cannot live by what he has done, by all the things that he has done. I just hope Sonia is bigger than this. She will allow the justice to take its course. She's not gonna meddle and interfere using her name. As for Donell, I hope he finds help for his behavior. By the way, Donell once played the character Prince in Generations. So he's also a public figure, even though because he hasn't been on our screens for a very, very long time. We almost forgot him. But when you look at that face, you'll see that, no man, I've seen this face somewhere. Let's hope everybody's learning their lessons. Omphile is learning a lesson that no man is worth your life. Donell is learning that just saying and admitting that you are an abuser, you are toxic, is not enough. You've got to do something about it. And Sonia, I hope she learns that she needs not meddle if she really does want her son to learn a lesson. And this is a lesson to all us mothers, because we've got children too, we've got boys. We need to look carefully into what happens in other people's children, because we never know when it might step on our doorsteps. We never know what our sons may do to other people's children. So, guys, our children need constant education, both boys and girls, about relationships, how to navigate relationships, and how to not take nonsense, and how to put yourself first in a relationship while loving the other person, and how to just step out when things are no longer as good as they were. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.